Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna go over some misconceptions of this battle because yes, I am 100% serious about this, and no, I'm not pissed off about it. In fact, I was just very frustrated of what they were just saying because this whole debate started on my server, which will be linked in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. But some people think that the Z fighters themselves, including the humans, can defeat the Logias no problem. Now, I'm about to go over how baffling that fucking sounds, and I'm about to go over some things and clear things up so people don't get fucking confused about why the hell they win. So let's go over a few things, okay? So it all started. It's a little story I'm gonna tell. It all started that for my hot take in my channel, of course in my server's channel. My hot take was that Sanji can defeat Krillin, and of course that was a hot take. Like, of course, like it's one of my hot takes. So everybody is like, okay, what the fuck? No. Krillin defeats all of One Piece, right? By himself. Krillin just by himself solos all of One Piece. And their only argument is that, oh well, Krillin is like scaled to this level, he's beyond planetary, therefore no. So I'm about to go over how fucking baffling that sounds. And this is no hate towards any of my followers, my subscribers, or anything like that. It just sounds so wrong. Of like they just assume that that Krillin just straight up win. So I was like, you know what? Here's another hot take. Caesar Clown solos all of Dragon Ball, not all Dragon Ball, but he solos the Z fighters themselves, and that he could just stand there and kill them. So that was like, okay, they could just destroy the planet. Which I think is a poor argument, by the way, that, you know, the Z fighters just straight up destroy the planet, because that's so much in their character, right? But no, I was like, no, we're not even gonna talk about that, right? We're not even gonna talk about that. We're just gonna talk about them fighting on equally, right? Equally, they just in character fighting. So I choose one character, Caesar Clown, to see how fair he will fight against the Z fighters. And you know what their main argument was? Do you want to know what their main argument was? Is that all the apparently, since all the Z fighters compared to each other, they can destroy on a molecular level. Now let me go over what the fuck does they mean about this, right? So when they said they, you know, Cell got destroyed on molecular level, no. Then just go over what the fuck his regeneration was in the first place. So Cell, well, actually no. First, I'm gonna go over the types of regeneration that happen in Dragon Ball. So there are many types. There's the Namekian, there's the Namekian regeneration, the biological regeneration, the biomechanical regeneration, the Ghost Warrior regeneration, which is not canon, which I would not use. There's the magical regeneration, godly key regeneration, and immortal regeneration. So keep in mind there are different types of regeneration. For Cell, his regeneration is biomechanical because he's a biomechanical creature with regeneration. And this is because he is programmed with the cells of Piccolo and Saiyan power attained from his Saiyan cells. And these abilities combined with Frieza's ability to survive and function while being severely injured makes Cell's regeneration extremely potent in the first place. Which is why he can survive, regenerate, and grow so, you know, he could grow so strong and regenerate as long as he have one of his cells survives. One of his cells survives. So pretty much you saying that he could control him on a molecular level, that is the dumbest fucking thing to ever even use, because you have to destroy the regenerative necklace within the brain, right? Even though this is kind of contradicted, even though we have like instant Kamehameha actually destroying the necklace and stuff like that. But then again, maybe, just maybe, one of his cells actually regenerated that. Just regenerate it. As long as he has cells, he can regenerate. That explains it. That explains it. Okay? And look, people, look. It's implied that similar to the Namekian, cells of regeneration also results to severe temporary drop in ki due to stress of regenerating, right? Although it's a significantly lesser scale, as evident by when shortly after the cell regenerated from having most of his body being blown apart from Goku's Kamehameha or instant Kamehameha. Goku comments that Cell's ki decreases in response of Cell's statement that Goku's ki has dropped from using instant transformation, instant Kamehameha. And Cell regenerated due to his Namekian cells. And thanks to Dr. Jiro's gene splicing and augmentation to his natural genetic abilities. Like, people, that is not even fucking molecular destruction. No, that's not a molecular destruction. He's not regenerating on a molecular level. He's regenerating on a cellular level. As long as I have a cell in his bodies, then he will regenerate. Seriously. You have to destroy every part of his cells. There ain't no molecular destruction. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And another thing that I brought up is that, Majin Buu, who has the greatest level of regeneration in Dragon Ball Z, second greatest to infinite Zamatsu's, allowing him to regenerate lost appendages, holes in his body, and recover from being blown to pieces or even being blasted into vapor, as long as he's not completely atomized. And you know what their argument was? Their argument was like, well, they still beat him, right? They still beat him, even though he got turned to vapor. He beat him. That's not a good argument, because one, they used the Spirit Bomb. Two, the Spirit Bomb allows them to destroy evil, right? Destroy evil. Like, in fact, I'm gonna even look at the definition of what the Spirit Bomb is. The Spirit Bomb, or known as the Spirit Blast, is a powerful attack invented by King Kai. It's potentially one of the strongest attacks in Dragon Ball series, but its strength depends on the number of orgasms supporting its use, right? So let me just explain what the fucking Spirit Ball energy is, since like people just want to forget what it actually does. So yes, a Spirit Bomb is pretty much like a stunning destructive power, right? You just got a huge amounts of energy from everyone. And if I remember, I don't think he got it from the whole universe. I'm not sure in the Buu arc, but he got everybody's energy and like from the planet, right? To kill Kid Buu, overwhelm his regeneration. And of course, his generation can be overwhelmed. It's been shown and stated, stuff like that. But it's been stated that one of pure heart can manipulate and gather energy like this. One of pure heart. And likewise, once a Spirit Bomb is fired, it is possible for one with a pure heart to deflect the technique. So if you have pure heart, it will not hurt you, right? Applying that if you're not pure of heart, you will get harmed, right? So I would agree that yes, maybe, yes, with the Spirit Bomb, they can overwhelm Caesar, right? Overwhelm Caesar and probably pretty much kill him. But by themselves cannot overwhelm his regeneration. Cannot overwhelm him at all. And plus the Spirit Bomb needs time. It needs time to be used. What, do you think the Z Fighters are gonna fucking stall enough time against Caesar? No, because they won't have the power or the attack Well, of course they have the attack potency. Well, it's just that with his hacks, his intangibility, they can't even harm Caesar. And that's what I'm arguing about. Okay, that's all I'm arguing about. His intangibility cannot be bypassed by anybody. Anybody. And if you say, oh, what about the key? If you use key, maybe they can harm him. Well, that's the thing. Luffy with Haki was gonna punch fucking Caesar, but Caesar can easily avoid it by manipulating their body to avoid the attack. It doesn't necessarily negate their ability. It allows them to interact with them, but that doesn't mean that they can't avoid it. Like, come on now. Now I'm gonna touch in another thing that they're arguing about, and it's about Caesar's ability to take away oxygen in the area. So let me just go into a deeper detail of what that means. So for Caesar's devil fruit power, it's literally called the Gasu no Mi, or the gas fruit, which is a Logia type fruit that grants him the ability to create, control, and transform his body into various chemical gases, right? And he can create gases that are extremely poisonous or highly combustible. And he can also remove oxygen in a certain area around himself to nullify fire-based attacks or acidify his opponents. And Caesar has even performed like numerous experiments with his powers, and he simply prefers keeping his devil fruit ability active, as they're always completely or partially ghastly. So his ability is always active, no matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. Now Caesar also has the ability to absorb other gases and cause them to greatly grow in size, as well as take on properties of said gas. For example, when he absorbed a cloud of Shinokuni, he gained the personification properties, allowing him to personify anyone he touches. So when he pretty much absorbed oxygen, he became oxygen. It doesn't matter what kind of gas it is. If he can absorb any kind of gas, he becomes that gas. And some people argue that, oh well, since he can destroy everything on a molecular level, he can destroy Caesar. First of all, when the fuck can he destroy molecular level things? Never. You can never even prove that he can destroy on a molecular level. And that even proves even more, because if he can destroy things on a molecular level, then why didn't they just kill Kid Buu immediately after blasting him? You see multiple times that Kid Buu or Majin Buu, wherever you want to fucking use, because they all have the same fucking regeneration abilities, is that pretty much they reform no matter what you do. Even when a fucking Majin Buu, or any kind of Buu you want to use, can regenerate from turning into vapor. No one has been shown to destroy vapor with a fucking ki blast. And some people want to argue like, oh, if he's oxygen, he can destroy him because he can destroy him at molecular level. No, fuck no. That is the dumbest argument ever. Like, come on, man. That is like, come on. I know you're smarter than this. So way smarter than this. Way smarter. Like, come on. Even I, with my dumb ass, knows that fucking anybody from Dragon Ball Z, no, not anyone on Dragon Ball Z, more like the Z Fighters themselves, have no fucking way of harming a Devil Fruit user. Just stop. That's like saying, oh, they can destroy light. How can they destroy light? It's a fucking photon. Come on, man. They can't fucking destroy gas. He can't destroy oxygen. You can't destroy oxygen. They need it to breathe. Like, come on, that's stupid. Why would they do that? And never been shown to do that. Now, going on to the last thing. Before I go on to the actual feats here, like actual who will win. The last thing I want to go over is the argument that pretty much they will hold their breaths and one-shot Caesar. Now, I'm about to go over how completely silly this sounds. That will mean they will automatically know that Caesar has the ability to take away oxygen, which is stupid because obviously they always will they'll always be on their guard, but they always breathing. Breathing is a constant thing. It's not like they just stop breathing because they will just start to suffocate. There's nothing to breathe. There's nothing to hold. He's already taken the oxygen of the area. What the fuck he's gonna do is this. And then on top of this, they say that the observation hockey is fodder in this situation, which is stupid. It's baffling to say that. Because we know that the observation hockey allows them to sense things before they happen. It's allowed them to sense presence. It allows them to see fucking spiritual auras. Allows them to see a little bit into the future. And you're gonna say that it's fodder? That is baffling. They're not gonna even know what happened. They won't even know what happened until it happens. And they're already knocked out. None of the Z fighters can fucking breathe without oxygen. Not even fucking Goku or Vegeta. Now for the people that are gonna argue that, oh well, they fall in space. Really? Did they really fight in space? Or was they still in the atmosphere of the planet, which has little oxygen up there, but they still have oxygen? They can't fight straight in the middle of space and survive in space. No, it's never been shown that it can. And even the super manga contradicts this, that what you're saying, because even Vegeta says that, hey, Kakarot, you can't fly out there. We can't breathe. So don't even bother even using that. That's not even a fair argument. No, they can't breathe without oxygen. So, all right. Now that's all cleared up. Let's get into the fight, shall we? Huh? So, one of the things is that obviously this fight is going to be completely easy, right? Let's just go into a few scenarios. So let's go into one scenario, like they're in character, right? They're in character, and they obviously they're going to be like, oh, Caesar is the bad guy, you know, Caesar, he's just clowning around, right? It's what he does. So he goes around, and the Z Fighters just comes up and just like straight up fight him, right? Because he's just causing havoc on a town or something. Z Fighters show up, and then they pursue the battle. They do absolutely nothing to Caesar. None of their attacks does absolutely nothing. Now, if you want to argue that, oh, what about the Destructo Disc? It could cut absolutely anything. Okay, has it ever shown to cut like air or gas or anything like that? Has it ever shown to cut things that can actually regenerate? Because honestly, if you even bother even using that, you do know Logias can regenerate their body parts, right? That's what makes them not invincible. Like, come on, that is like not even a good argument. We have fucking Kizaru, who's light itself, who got cut in half and exploded, and he regenerated within seconds. That's a dumb argument. No, Caesar would just fucking reform. Like, come on. It's like, seriously, in this gas form, he can regenerate as much as he wants because he creates that gas. What makes you think he won't create more? No, not a fair argument. Not even close. Destructo Disc does absolutely nothing. No. Now, for people to go, oh, what about the other Z Fighters, huh? Okay, all right, let's go to the other Z Fighters. Who else we got? Piccolo does absolutely nothing. He gets fucking negated. Who else? Tien does absolutely nothing still. Yamcha, do we even need to bother bringing him up? And who else? I think we call Gohan, right? Is Gohan's a part of it? What's Gohan gonna do? What the fuck is Gohan going to do? Yes, like, I will agree that the Z fighters are significantly faster than Caesar. But that doesn't mean that they can actually do anything to him. In fact, if they even touch his body, because you know they will, it's just saying they won't, but because they don't have to physically fight him. So not only that, because he will actually do nothing to his body, and only then is that he will literally enter their body, just like how Majin Buu enter other people's bodies. And we know this even worked on Vegito, so don't even say that no, they're too powerful for that. Shut the fuck up. It's hacks. And then not only that, because if they even try to breathe his presence, they're done for. You know that, right? Because Caesar say if you even breathe himself, you'll die. Like, come on, you'll die. And not only that, people, on top of this, Caesar will completely outsmart every Z fighter there. Every Z fighter there. He's a fucking genius. He's the one that created all these gases, all these experiments. You really think he won't be prepared for this shit? Like, seriously, he has a fucking gas cleanse on Glatsnitz that is filled with volatilized gas. If that even remotely gets through your head, what that means is that if he sparks even a little bit of flame, it causes a massive destruction, a massive explosion. So what's going to happen when they breathe that gas? What's going to happen? He's going to explode their insides. And I'm pretty sure they have never shown to pretty much make their internal organs stronger, and unless you could prove me otherwise. He has so many ways to make y'all die. It's not even funny. Now, of course, he has a blue sword, which is pretty much he caused Miko gas, what causes like a explosion in the immediate area. That's for the gas leaks, by the way. He combines two gases to cause a destruction. Now, with his blue sword, it's pretty much concentrating oxygen within the sword, and they cause it like a blue sword. It's kind of like a lightsaber in how it works, right? And that's how it works. And of course, he could shoot from his mouth, and just like how, you know, all these other Dragon Ball Z characters could do, shoot from the mouth, shoot a beam that caused like a massive destruction. So not only that, but then he can shoot like a beam of light from his mouth that causes destruction. But this dude is not going to die against y'all puny asses fucking arguments. He's not going to die from that. You gotta give me some good actual arguments that they're actually going to pull this win. Now, if you go into another scenario of them being out of character, sure, let them blow up the planet, but they'll die as well. Good luck with that. They'll die as well. So at the end of the day, people, Caesar will completely foderize these Dragon Ball Z characters, the Z fighters themselves. There's nothing they can do, especially if he takes away the oxygen from the area instantly. And we know that Caesar can do this in character because he did it with the Straw Hats. He did it with the Admirals. He did it with Smoker, who's literally fucking gas itself. He did it to him. He did it to him. This is only by his presence. And this is like an instant thing, because they're absorbing the oxygen in the area. That means any oxygen that the Z fighters are exhaling or inhaling is getting absorbed in the Caesar. And they're going to all suffocate and get fucking knocked out, making Caesar win this battle without even moving. If they, let's say they actually survive this. Let's say, oh, they can survive in this argument, this harsh environment. Oh, there's no oxygen. Actually, Luffy did the same fucking thing in Skypiea when there's barely any oxygen up there, but it still worked on him. Well, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they're actually surviving for a few minutes and they try to attack him. Does absolutely nothing. They try to punch him. Does absolutely nothing. He goes inside their fucking nostrils and they die. And this is way before his final form, right? Way before his final form. If he went into his Shino Kuni form, they all die within an instant. This dude is a fucking giant. He's a giant ball of gas. What the hell are they gonna do? Nothing. Everybody's gonna fucking die. Even if you touch the shit, you die. You get turned into fucking statue. A chemical statue. You dying from the inside out. Just come on. You dying. Anyway, people, that's my fucking little argument here. Let me know what you guys think about this. I will do like a part 2 if you want me to of like the other Logias, but right now I'm doing like one of the weakest Logias within the series, and yeah, he's completely hacked out. So yeah, pretty much next time I'll probably go over, I don't know, Enil, right? He's like another weak. He's not weak, but he's one of the strongest Logias. So I will go over him as he goes against the Z fighters and see how fair he does, right? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and peace out.